Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read for July the 3rd. So into July. You know, I was talking to a person yesterday who's very spiritual like me. We were both saying the energy's coming in July. Oh, by the way, the subscriber who puts all, I hope she doesn't mind that I do this, but the one that puts up all the stuff around the planetary movements at the moment had written up yesterday how things are going, and sometimes it shakes me a little bit because I think the readings fit just beautifully into where the star alignments are, which look, it never ceases to amaze me, really, the whole spirituality theme. Spirit is a wonderful way of not just rewarding me with, you know, the work I do, but also in confirming the work I do, which I think is super duper. But there was a few things in there, and I thought they really are coming through in the readings at the moment, the way things are happening. So, and I thought that was lovely. I think yesterday I did a reading, which was like a reading that I'd done only probably within a week before. That was very, very, if it wasn't the same, it was really close. I've never done that before. I've done one or two cards coming up again, but I've actually laid out similar cards from one deck of cards to a next deck of cards. That's why I tend now to sort of shake it up a little bit. But I'm already doing the Everyday Witch Tarot this morning, so we're going to use the same deck this morning for sign and reason. Obviously, there's a reason why I'm sitting here and shuffling it. We'll go with that. So your bonus read. And we have the Three of Swords coming out straight away. Now, the Three of Swords is not everyone's favourite card. It probably is the least liked card in the deck. The Three of Swords can talk about hurt, harm, heartbreak, devastation, whatever it feels, depending on the cards that are around it. Sometimes when we see this card, it looks as though someone's had some sort of interference in a relationship that's caused the heartbreak. So sometimes, even though we talk third party, it can be, you know, interfering mother-in-law, it can be, you know, an ex-wife or a jealous girlfriend, something that's created a problem here within your relationship. In this particular card, in the Everyday Witch Tarot, that is right next to their bed. So that sort of implies here that they're not sleeping very well because of this pain that they're encountering. I do note too that there's a raven or a crow outside the window here. So for some of you who are crows or raven fans, she has a book of magic on the... Oh, it's her journal. Okay. So it's a pretty sad card, isn't it? That shows somebody going through a lot of pain and heartbreak here. But hey, everything that ends must have a new beginning. That's the way life is. So even though this ending's here and you may not see it at the moment, something brand new is about to walk in your door. Look, that's beautiful. Okay, now... Nine of Wands behind that. So that sort of has a couple of implications. And of course, we have the King of Cups. Now, what I want to say to you is there's a couple of scenarios here because the readings do flip-flop back and forth. So you've either got someone coming back that has broken your heart in the past here, who wants a new start with you, and you're the one who's being defensive with this wounded warrior. Or it's possible that you have come out of something and you're ready for a brand new start. Someone new's come in and you're being defensive with this energy. So because it's general, I'm not going to get everybody's energy here. But the general energy here is that you're being offered new love from someone who is in a position to offer you this love. He's a king. He's learned to work with his emotions. He could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but not necessarily. This is a man who really knows his world. So it's possible it's possible he's the one who's coming in after a heartbreak. But whatever it is, this is the most important card here. This is a brand new start with someone after a period of hurt, harm, and heartbreak. Let's get more to the story. Someone's coming in to offer you stability here. The Four of Wands talks of marriage, of union, And when we're talking marriage, it's not necessarily traditional marriage here, but it could be about living together, but it's definitely about having something more long-lasting and something that brings joy and happiness. And we do have the Temperance card. So something is right. This is the time that's right for this. This is definitely coming in when it was supposed to. I feel like someone's either had a realization or they're just in the right place to receive now. So maybe you've had a breakup with someone that wasn't meant for you because a new person was waiting right around the corner for you here. The moon is here, so the universe still has tricks up her sleeve. She's not letting you see everything yet. There's something bigger coming in. Okay. And we have the Chariot, so we have the fast movement. Someone said to me yesterday, I love the witch on the motorcycle. It's cool, isn't it? A cool card. I think that would even make a nice picture on your wall. Okay. The Chariot talks about the universe pushing you forward now. It talks about making great speed, like putting things in alignment. What I want to say to you is there's 3 major cards here, and they all talk about things being revealed to you now in order for you to move forward, but you wouldn't have been ready before. So it's like this is coming in now because you are now ready to move forward on something. Okay, we have the Tower here, rightio. 4 major arcanas out of 5 cards. We have the Hanged Man. We have 5 major arcanas here out of 6 cards. A 6 of Pentacles. So this is about you learning about equal give and take here. I'm going to do the whole reading because the Tower's here. So 10 of Pentacles, this is about creating abundance. And there's an offer of love coming in from someone who's been working hard, trying to work out how to offer this to you. And now you have a choice. Okay, so if you're in a situation where someone's returning to you from the past, I would say to you they have had a huge lesson here. A huge lesson. If it's not somebody you want back from the past and you've got someone new coming in, they too have learned a lesson, but their lesson's been a little different. They've been broken-hearted by someone in the past, and from that they've had some sort of awakening. They're seeing things from a different perspective. This could also be someone who's a friend or someone you've known for a while that's just realised how they feel about you. Whichever way you look at this, the general theme here is that someone's been through something that has pushed them forward here in order to have a brand new start. I've got to say that there is still defensive action here. So there is still some being unsure of how to move forward. Someone's either come out of a situation, even if they're brand new, they've still come out of a situation where their heart's been broken. And it could have been a while ago. They may not be in the, please fix me mode. So don't worry about that. It's not about the please fix me mode. This is about someone understanding what's happened to them and working through the energies and grieving as they should have done. But from that, they have learned a lot of lessons here with this Tower. So whoever this is coming in, whatever situation this is for you, this is about learning the value of give and take in relationships and moving forward with a brand new sense of how a relationship should work. The things around the communication, the not, being manipulative, the accepting someone for who they are. All of those things have been learned in this Tower. This breaking down an idea of a relationship should work a certain way and allowing the relationship to unfold in a way that's healthy for both of you. There is no correct way for a relationship. There is no, fairy tale as we were taught as children. Relationships are all different. People are all different. Everything unfolds in a very different way. You cannot expect that in order to have a relationship, the other person has to do things exactly the same way as you. So if they don't, and they do things differently to you, that requires the work. And the work comes through talking, you know, understanding that you do have different views, but allowing both of you to have that give and take there in that relationship, that negotiation, the idea that I don't agree with you, but where's the middle ground here? So, you know, if you go into a relationship and you're open and you talk and you communicate clearly to one another, and someone says that they want to have something a certain way and you don't agree with it, then you have an opportunity then to say, well, no, I don't want a relationship with you if that's the way you feel, or okay, I can see your point of view, but how can we compromise on this to have a good outcome? So what can we do? I mean, obviously, if somebody's coming in and saying, you know, they want to sleep with other people and you're not a person who wants that sort of relationship, you may just say a blank out and out no. And then that person has a choice to move on and you're not disappointed. You cannot make that other person be faithful to you, especially if they've said that's how they want their relationship to go. Being faithful is a concept we are taught. It's not necessarily a right or wrong. Now, I'm not condoning it, so don't think I'm condoning it. I'm just saying if that's how the other person sees a relationship, you cannot change that. You cannot change the way they see things. So you need to decide at that point, do I walk away here? Or do I put myself through this because I love the other person? And if you choose to do that, you can't expect the other person to change. That's what I'm getting at. So people move into relationships. I've heard people say, we'll have a baby. It will change them if we have a baby. No, nothing changes a person unless they want to change themselves. So if somebody comes into a relationship that expects the other person to conform to the way they're doing things, they're just trying to control something that cannot be controlled. So keep that in mind. Now, the fact is here, what you've got is two people coming together. One of them has been badly hurt by their past, and they may be a little defensive and a little bit unsure how they want this relationship to go. But you know what? They're open with their communication. They want to do this. They're ready to talk about it. You have a decision here on whether you move forward on that based in that information that I've just talked about. Now, it may not be as severe as I want to sleep with other people. Believe me, I'm only using that as an extreme. It may be, you know, that I spend every weekend with my children. How's that going to be for you? And you might think, well, if you're going to spend every weekend with your children, then, you know, maybe this relationship doesn't suit me. But, you know, if you made it every second weekend, maybe we'll both work with that. So I think that this is the sort of thing we're talking about here. How do you get on the same page with this person? Someone has been through a complete breakdown of how they see things. So this whole idea of moving forward here is completely different to the way they've done things before. So you may be their first serious relationship. You may be the first person that they've wanted to marry. You may be completely different to their stereotype. They may have a culture where they shouldn't, you know, marry a person who, you know, doesn't conform to their culture. This is a complete breakdown of all of those ideals. Now, I do have the two swords here, so I just want to have a look. Okay. Yeah, this is a choice on whether you walk away from this, because there's a bit of conflict here about whether you want to stay single. Now, the other thing that's possible here is this person could be either married or still attached to a situation from before. Now, when I say married, I don't want you to think that this person is in a marriage and then using you as a mistress. Not that sort of thing. This person could have commitments from a relationship they've had previously that you have to either work with, deal with, or decide you want to do that. So, for example, if this person has young children, they are not going to be able to walk away from a relationship here. This is where the choice lies. So this choice lies in very much around your own mental conflict, whether you'd prefer to stay single or whether you can have this third-party interference in your relationship, or whether you can see this as a celebration. So it could be that they already have children from a former relationship. Maybe you didn't want to have children around, so you have to decide, is this the relationship for you? But there's certainly a feeling here that this can be a very, very happy situation, but you have to make sure that you are so on the same page as the other person. Otherwise, it's going to be a very difficult relationship. Okay, straight out of the gate, we have the card of the corn. Let's see what the corn says. That was a very long reading. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes it just happens. Oh, where are you? I can find everything else but the corn. It's almost like it's been lifted from the book. Very interesting. Maybe we just skipped that one, right? This here. It just doesn't want to come out. You planted a beautiful field of dreams and worked hard. Even in moments when you were losing faith, you continued. Now the spirit of the corn comes to honour this and show you a bountiful harvest. This is the time to reap the rewards of hard work and trust, whether those rewards are financial or the kind of prosperity measured in quality rather than quantity. You are so blessed when this symbol appears. Don't forget to share your good fortune. I do think this is a really amazing relationship that you are being offered here, but the only way you're going to make it work is by opening up and making sure you're on the same page as the other person. Have a great day.